Hello and welcome to EFL Review Game Week 40 and 41 for Sky Bet League One. There's some big results this weekend in terms of promotion, relegation in the Championship, similar for League One as Birmingham get a step closer to the title. So get straight into this review show. So we'll start in the Championship as we do now, and it starts with Friday night where Middlesbrough scored 2 goals in the opening 10 minutes against Blackburn Rovers and Valérien Ismaël, and it just gets worse for them, and that is probably all playoff hopes gone for Blackburn Rovers now in this one. But Middlesbrough had this game wrapped up within the first 10 when Tommy Conway scored 2 in the second minute, and then Ealing Jr. getting 1 as well. Middlesbrough deserved the win. Stats-wise, were bit dominant. Blackburn came back at them second half, but weren't really a threat going forward in this one. But yeah, good win for Middlesbrough. They move onwards and are now somehow 5th in the Sky Bet Championship, and they just keep plodding along as Blackburn have more dim misery on Valérien Ismaël and co. Coventry 1, Burnley 2. Another good win for Scott Parker's side. It now actually propels them to the top of the Sky Bet Championship. Deserved win for Burnley in this one, you would have to say. Frank Lampard gets sent off for probably having some exchange words at the end there with the referee, James Bell, who was a bit of a problem last season, I remember as well, for I think it was us and a few other teams at the bottom because of what team he supports and all that. But yeah, Coventry 14 shots to 13. Coventry probably could have won this. Burnley seem a bit more open now, but they'll have to go back to defensive strategy if they get back into the Premier League, because you concede a lot of goals with Scott Parker in charge. In my opinion, you're going to have to tighten that defence up. Good result for Burnley. Jadon Anthony getting a brace. He's an absolute baller. So is most of that Burnley team. It's a Premier League team, kind of. But yeah, good win for Burnley. Coventry, bit disheartened now out the playoffs. Would you believe it or not? Coventry out the playoffs on Frank Lampard. Burnley go top of the table. Luton 1, Leeds 1, and Leeds now find themselves in the playoff places in third. It was not that long ago they beat Sheffield United 3-1 away from home and now draw away at Luton and have dropped more points in the Sky Bet Championship. I don't believe what is going on with Leeds United. They went 1-0 down in this game. Isaiah Jones opening the scoring for Luton. I mean, stats show it was a fairly even game because Luton fighting for their lives. Under Matt Bloomfield, you can see why it was a bit of a struggle for them. Yeah, really, really problematic, isn't it, for Leeds at the moment? But you just can't buy a win. But yeah, good win and draw here, and Luton get another point close to safety as Leeds starting to show signs of bottle under Daniel Farker. And yeah, good win. Good draw, good point for Luton, but not enough if they're going to stay up, unfortunately for them. West Brom 0, Sunderland 1. How West Brom didn't score in this game, I'll never know. Bit of a bad result for them, losing 1-0 at home to Sunderland. Bit of a bummer for them, unfortunately. Trey Hume getting the only goal in this one for Sunderland. Are they in a top 2 race? They're still 8 points off the Sheffield United in second place. It could all switch around this midweek though. Can't wait to do the predictions for this week's games. Good win for Sunderland. West Brom a bit disheartened with the loss against Sunderland in this one. They're now outside the playoffs, 3 points of Bristol City. Bristol City could probably even get in this playoffs. West Brom just need... Adam Armstrong's not as firing as much as I thought he would. West Brom lacking an out-and-out goal scorer if he isn't firing. But yeah, good win for Sunderland. Bit undeserved, but yeah, they won't bloody care, will they? And the stats show 3 on target for West Brom and 21 shots. Absolutely abysmal stuff. Good win for Sunderland, and maybe they can chase down the top 2 place. Well, Liam Manning at Bristol City just keep winning. Is this the year that they finally get out of the Championship and maybe just don't finish 11th? Because at the moment that is happening. They beat Watford by 2-1 here. Watford's chances of a playoff charge are completely gone now. Imran Loser getting man of the match in this one. Absolute brilliant game by him. But they still lost this one, Watford. The Bristol City scored 2 quick goals. They did this against Norwich a couple of weeks ago. McCrory and Wells getting the goals this time. Ashton Gate, it's a really tough place to go at the moment, Ashton Gate, and not many teams that go there get a result. Yeah, very, very good win for Bristol City, and they're now a point clear of Coventry in 6th, and 3 points clear of rivals West Brom and Millwall in 9th, 6 points off the playoffs, who probably aren't going to get in the playoffs. But yeah, good win for Bristol City. Watford Topes gone under Tom Cleverley. I'm surprised he hasn't been sacked yet. Millwall 2, Portsmouth 1, another good win for Millwall, and Alex Neil now just 6 points off the playoffs. Mill. Yeah, Portsmouth and John Messina, it's only 4 points now. This relegation battle is really tightening them up after Cardiff's point at Sheffield Wednesday yesterday. Derby losing as well, but I'm sure John Eustace can keep them up, but we're not here to talk about that. Alex Neil, very, very good coach for this division. I'm sure if Birmingham did take him in the summer when he was offered the job, I'm sure we would have gone straight back up with him, but we've got Davis, so I don't really care. Yeah, as for Portsmouth, they're only 4 points off the bottom 3 now. Could they still get relegated? It's still going to be tight down at the bottom. I think anybody could still fall into the clutches and get relegated on the final day, and it's going to be a massive run in these next 6 games. But yeah, as for Millwall, are they at dark horses for playoffs? Maybe. They've got to really turn it up in the next few games when they go. They've got Sheffield United away, which is a tough place to go. But yeah, Millwall, good win at home, and Ivanovic getting a brace and another. This is really shining through for Millwall as he is getting more goals after week by week. Oxford 1, Sheffield United 0. Leeds get a bit of a lifeline as Oxford beating Sheffield United in this one. And Oxford had to win this game, didn't they? Otherwise, they were going to be a point off the bottom 3. Yeah, Gary Rowell grinding out, scrappy, get in there. 1-0 over Sheffield United. Chris Wilder, I think, was complaining. He always complains. When does Chris Wilder not moan about the officials or anything? Good win for Oxford, and Sariki Dembele getting the only goal in this one for Oxford United over Sheffield United. Gary Rowett will keep them in the Championship for at least another year if he stays there next season. Sheffield United, with the squad they had, they should be absolutely not battering, but they should be beating Oxford by a considerable margin. Bit unfortunate, but Gary Rowett's done a brilliant job at Oxford, and he's getting them playing decent, scrappy football that will keep you in the Sky Bet Championship. Yeah, so yeah, good win for Oxford over Sheffield United, and a bit of a blunder for Chris Wilder and his side as they let Burnley go top. Is there still hope in the Argyle revival as they beat Norwich 2-1 at Home Park on yesterday afternoon? Ryan Hardy getting a quick brace in the 24th, 29th minute. Really setting the game. Norwich grabbing one just after half-time with Josh Sargent. But yeah, Plymouth, good at Home Park, aren't they? Fairly even game, this one, just according to stats. Ryan Hardy and Bundu and Obafemi, they've got that front 3 back now. They're all back from injury, so that is good for Plymouth. Are they doing a little great escape? Still 4 points off the drop, but if they've got Swansea on Wednesday night, can they go and beat Swansea away from home? And if they do that, you would think they are definitely in a chance of surviving. It's really competitive down the bottom of the Championship. Norwich are going nowhere now, nowhere near the play. Well, they are still 8 points off the playoffs, but yeah, they're not going to get in there, are they? Norwich City, but yeah, good result for Plymouth, and they've got a little bit of revival in them. Preston 1, Stoke 1. I mean, this was bound to happen, wasn't it? Draw between two teams that aren't really fighting for anything. Stoke still on 43, though. That point wasn't really good enough, but when they take on Luton on Wednesday or Tuesday night, it will be a completely different ballgame because two teams fight for the exact same thing. Preston winning through Kessler Hayden in the 10th minute before Lewis Baker got a penalty and levelled up for Stoke later on in the second half. Stats wise on this one, Stoke had more shots, probably should have won this game against PNE, but PNE held on for a point. Yeah, both defences having a decent game. Johansson in net for Stoke having a good game, and then Story, Gibson and Lindsay all having a very good game at the back. For Preston, yeah, expected this one, expected a draw. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if any team won this, but yeah, decent point for Preston, not going anywhere. Stoke gets sucked into that relegation battle a little bit more. QPR 0, Cardiff 0. We'll just gloss over this one quickly. Pub, good point for... Well, no, it's not a good point for either because QPR are still 5 points off the drop, still could go down realistically. But Cardiff City grab a point. They don't really want to move. Stats-wise, fairly even game. Both sides probably should have scored in this one. yeah, Horvath, man of the match for Cardiff, did make some big saves in this game. But yeah, 0-0, not really going to gloss over it. We'll just get straight on to the next game. But yeah, QPR 0, Cardiff 0, and a useless point for both. Sheffield Wednesday 0, Hull 1. Danny Rowe might be leaving Sheffield Wednesday now after what he said in the post-match press conference yesterday after they conceded it in the 94th minute to just diminish their playoff hopes and completely get them to kaput. Yeah, really good win for Hull this, because they propel themselves now 3 points clear of the drop. They were going to be in a lot of bother if they didn't win this game, or at least get a point anyway. But yeah, good win for Hull. Sheffield Wednesday had 15 shots, probably deserve to win this one. Excuse me, I've just been up for the Japanese Grand Prix. Excuse me if I am tired. Hull win, yeah, decent 3 points for them, and they're just fine. Sheffield Wednesday nowhere near the playoffs. Good win for Hull, and they keep themselves in the. Well, they're going to look like they're going to stay up with their backline. I think they should stay up with Panda, Egan, Hughes, Coyle at the back. They should be fine. Hull with another win over Sheffield Wednesday, and Ruben Sellers might just keep them up. Swansea 1, Derby 0. John Eustace's little bit of form comes to an end with Derby as they lose 1-0 away at Swansea. Eon Ji-sung, I think, scoring the goal for Swansea off the bench, yes. And yeah, Derby. Well, Swansea only had 3 shots all game. Derby just couldn't couldn't be clinical enough to finish those chances. 2 big chances missed, 12 shots to Derby. But yeah, good result for Swansea, and they do probably look safe now, to be honest. I mean, it's still 7 points clear, still in a bit of trouble maybe, but so could Preston really. But yeah, good result for Swansea, get a win, and probably look like they're going to stay up. They're not going to go down, Swansea City now. So yeah, good win for Swansea over Derby. A quick championship table review then. Plymouth got hope after beating Norwich at the weekend, and they are now only 4 points off safety. Luton, 2 points off safety, getting a point against Leeds, good point for them, but they got to go and win away at Stoke. Now that is a huge game for Luton Town, otherwise that could be them dead and buried. Cardiff getting a point against QPR. Derby should be alright with that little blip against Swansea. Stoke, I do feel for them. I think they could be in a bit of trouble. Hull should be safe, Oxford should be safe, Portsmouth should be safe, and then QPR, Swansea, Preston, just in that lower mid-table, might not be in any trouble themselves, but they definitely could get dragged in with a poor run of results if other teams win around them, of course. Blackburn, Sheffield Wednesday, Blackburn, Norwich, Watford, all going absolutely nowhere. Probably argue the case for Millwall unless they go on a late surge to the playoffs, which I can't see them doing. West Brom in 8th, still 3 points off the playoffs under Tony Mowbray. Coventry a point off with Frank Lampard, and Bristol City on 60 points. Yeah, in the playoffs, same with Middlesbrough in 5th, Sunderland in 4th on 75 points. Leeds in 3rd on 82 points. Sheffield United, well, who is going to go up? Burnley has somehow now scraped their way to the top of the division, only losing 2 games all season, 84, 83, 82. And this race is going to be like the one last season. It's going to be carnage. It's going to be chaos. And it's going to be brilliant towards the end of the Sky Bet Championship season. Let's just dive in straight into Sky Bet League One. Into League One we go, and it's Reading 1, Wickham 0. And yeah, Birmingham can now secure promotion on Tuesday with a win, with a point at Peterborough United due to Wickham's loss away at Reading. Yeah, that's a bit unfortunate for Wickham. Even with their game in hand, they will still be behind Wrexham under Mike Dodds. They won't be happy with that at all. Harvey Nibbs penalty, brilliant player for this division. Maybe we could look to sign him if we go up, and maybe if Reading do go extinct, which I don't want them to, but if the worst comes to worst, then we hopefully pick him up. Reading a point off the playoffs because Bolton keep winning and got the win over Bristol Rovers yesterday, but Reading is still right in there. There has been an extension from the EFL onto that, all that ownership stuff. As for Wickham, that is really disappointing loss for them, but they I don't know, I can't see them getting promoted now. But yeah, they deserve to win. They had all the shots and stats all on their side, but yeah, just couldn't finish their dinner. But yeah, good win for Reading, and they keep those playoff hopes alive. Wrexham 3, Burton 0. Good win for Wrexham. Here they pulled further away from Wickham, and they were fully deserved of this win, which they haven't been for some of this season. But yeah, Wrexham, very good value. I'll praise them for this. Jack Marriott, Stephen Fletcher, and Sam Smith getting all in on the goal mouth action. Paul Mullin doesn't play anymore. I just don't think he's quite good enough for this level. I think he was in the Deadpool movie, and that was about it for him, and that was his career done. Webster getting sent off. Burton's game really loosening up in the first few minutes after he got sent off. But yeah, good win for Wrexham, deserved. Burton weren't very good, and yeah, good win for Wrexham. They move onwards and upwards under Phil Parkinson, and they might have to change their style play if they do go up, but they won't care about that right now because they're heading straight for the Sky Bet Championship. Birmingham 6, Barnsley 2. This was a great game to go to. Brilliant game. Jay Stansfield puts in front with the penalty, 34th minute, and Davis Killer-Dunn hit straight back for Barnsley, and then Alfie May came on. Williamson got subbed off. Alfie May came on straight away, scored 2 goals. Humphreys getting a goal in there as well, which Rhino probably really should have saved. Luke Harris then getting in on the action to make it 4-2. Kieran Dow making it 3-2. 4-2. Hang on a minute. Alfie May 4-2, then 5-2 Kieran Dow, then it was 6-2 via Lucas Djukovic somehow. Not sure how he is scoring against Barnsley in 2025, even as a Birmingham fan. I'm not sure what was going on there. Alfie May, man of the match. I think he might just chase down for that golden boot, maybe. But yeah, 21 shots, 6 went in. Barnsley were all right. They came and played at St Andrews for once, not like most teams do. But yeah, good win, and a point or 3 points would seal it for promotion on Tuesday. Bolton 1, Bristol Rovers 0. Bolton won't care, but it's a scrappy 1-0 win and 3 extra points to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. I hope Bolton go up. They are very competitive, although their fans are a bit of bunch of idiots. But yeah, I mean, apart from that, they are good. Aaron Collins getting the only goal. Bit of a not very entertaining game. 8 shots to 3. Not many shots, not many game shots, whatever, not many shots in this one, just the 12 shots. But Bolton, yeah, good win. Burton and Crawley will both be happy that Bristol Rovers lost this game because it just gives them an extra lifeline. Burton's game in hand is on Tuesday, I believe. No, it's not on Tuesday. It is on the 29th of April against Wigan, which will be interesting. But apart from that, that is a bit more dismal hopes for Bristol Rovers, as they probably could have took advantage and just got another point closer to safety, but instead they lose it and Bolton get another step closer to those playoff places. Charlton 2, Lincoln 2. Yeah, Charlton dropping points in this one. Lincoln went 2-1 up. Were 2-1 up. They went 2-0 up, but Charlton rescued it quickly with a goal from Gillespie and Doherty to rescue it in the 75th minute, and probably could have gone on to win it under Nathan Jones. Starting really poorly, but they dominated the game, 17 shots to 4. Charlton really should have won this under Nathan Jones, but they just couldn't get their finishing boots on correctly. Very good win draw for Lincoln. They'll take that, but they're not really going anywhere now in this League One campaign. But yeah, good result for them. And Charlton dropped, would you say 2 drop points, as they probably could chase Wickham down now for 3rd. Maybe slight chance at automatics with the running they have got. But yeah, good horrible point for Charlton, good point for Lincoln at the end of the day. Exeter 0, Stockport 2, routine win for Dave Challoner and Stockport County and a Kyle Wotton brace in that first half. So there's going to be a lot of quick braces this weekend across the Championship and Sky Bet League 1. Yeah, good win for Stockport, routine win. They're in the playoffs. I don't think they're going to get automatics. It'd be an outside chance if they do. But yeah, 11 shots to 8, decent. And I think a Championship team probably like Swansea will try and pick Kyle Wotton up next season if they don't go up, of course, in the league. But yeah, good result for Stockport, and yeah, they move on against Exeter City and keep those playoff hopes alive to Stockport County. Huddersfield 2, Mansfield 1. Good result for Huddersfield Town. They're keeping those slim playoff hopes alive under Joe Worthington. Still only 2 points off the playoffs now. 2 points off Bolton, but they're just waiting for Bolton or Reading to slip, and they can capitalise maybe on those errors. Yeah, good result. Mansfield having the shots again, not winning the game again. But yeah, Huddersfield routine win at home, even though they made hard work of it. But yeah, Huddersfield will be happy with that. Nigel Clough probably won't be happy with the defeat, but Mansfield will be fine. They'll stay up comfortably this season, and we'll have another Sky Bet League One season under their belts next season. So yeah, Huddersfield 2, Mansfield 1. Good 3 points for Huddersfield. Leyton Orient 0, Wigan 0. Bit of a dull affair, this one. Leyton Orient's playoff hopes, they're just not got enough quality in their back pocket, in my opinion, to get up to those top teams, but one shot for Wigan all game, and that was from outside the box from Harry McCurr. And yeah, Leyton Orient probably should have won this with a 1.5 XG on them. Richie Wellens won't be happy with what he saw today. Ryan Lowe, Sam Tickle doing the absolute best he can, and Dylan Markindale, he is brilliant for Leyton Orient and brilliant at this level. But yeah, just couldn't get over the line. They've got the players, Leyton Orient. I think they will genuinely mount a playoff charge next season if they saw the start of the season out. Yeah, Ryan Lowe, they're still in a bit of bother if Burton and Crawley and Cambridge pick up. We'll speak about Cambridge in a minute. But yeah, point is rubbish for both, really. Not really going to help anybody out. But yeah, Leyton Orient 0, Wigan 0. Peterborough 0, Northampton 4. My word, what happened in this game? Sam Hoskins grabbing a brace in this one for Northampton Town. Also, Tom Eaves getting in on the act, the Aussie at the end for Northampton. That's what I mean. Northampton have those players that will keep them up. Fosu, Roberts, Eaves. They've got enough good players. Costello and Hoskins, although some of them didn't play, and Mitch Pinnock also in there for Northampton. As for Peterborough, not sure what happened. They did go down to 10 men late on 27th minute. Yeah, good result for Northampton. Move swiftly onwards, and yeah, good 4-0 win for Northampton over Peterborough. So yeah, good result. Rotherham 2, Blackpool 1. Good result for Rotherham, and they've really picked up since Steve Evans has left. Just shows he is a bit of a man non-motivator, isn't Steve Evans? And yeah, good result for Rotherham United here. Blackpool's playoff hopes completely gone down the pan after this result, and a lot of red cards in League One. Jake Beasley getting sent off at the end after Blackpool getting a late penalty and getting themselves back into the game in this one. Yeah, deserved. Rotherham United won. I think, stats wise, show Rotherham had more shots and probably deserved to win in the end on this one. It was a last minute goal for Rotherham, actually. I didn't realise that. Rafferty scoring in the 90th minute to win them the game. Yeah, good win for Rotherham. I'm not sure where they're going to go next season. Maybe get Paul Warne back in charge. Maybe see if they can do it again next season. We might see them in the Championship in the very near future if they get him back. But yeah, good win for Rotherham over Blackpool in this one. Shrewsbury 0, Cambridge 1. Do Cambridge have life? Maybe. We don't know that for certain, but they definitely do. Cambridge, they're still in with a shout. If they pick up, if they win the next couple of games, if they've got Charlton next Saturday, that might be a bit of a difficult fixture for them. But I'm sure they'll be up for it at the Abbey Stadium. And yeah, I think if Cambridge can get another 3 points, get them onto 38, get 4 points within Bristol Rovers, they might just stay up. But the games are running out for Cambridge to pick up points. Same with Crawley, same with Burton, Shrewsbury. I don't know if they're officially relegated yet. They aren't just yet. I think it'll be next week they will be down. But yeah, good win for Cambridge, and they still have a bit of life under Neil Harris, and they aren't going away yet with ex-Birmingham players of Gary Gardner and Michael Morrison and then Manny Longello. But yeah, good result for Cambridge over Shrewsbury in this one. And the final game is Stevenage versus Crawley. They beat them by 3-1. I thought Crawley would do something here considering the new Scott Lindsay bounce, but it didn't really work out. Their stats-wise, I mean, Crawley did have more shots, but Stevenage just more clinical under Alex Ravel, and it's really hard to get past that defence of Piergianni and Good, which is probably, as I said a few weeks ago, is the best League One defence at the moment in the league. But yeah, they'll be happy with that. Good result for Stevenage. Yeah, I mean, Crawley I think Crawley need to win their next home game, which is against Leyton Orient. They could do that if Leyton Orient think they won't be getting playoffs. But yeah, good result for Stevenage, and they're not going anywhere, but they'll be in League One next season. So yeah, good result, and they just move on. More misery on Crawley and Scott Lindsay, though. A quick League One table review then. Shrewsbury are down next week. Cambridge have a bit of life. Crawley might stay up if they can get some results. I know they lost back-to-back now, but that might just be that. Bristol Rovers and Burton look to duel it out to stay in the division. I think Burton might be all right, though. Wigan should be all right under Ryan Lowe. Seems to know what he's doing, and I think they'll be better next season than this season. Northampton, I'll be fine with their star players, their little individual players. Mansfield are fine. Exeter are fine. Peterborough are fine. Rotherham, Stevenage, Barnsley and Lincoln are now probably Blackpool and Leyton Orient are all good mid-table premium fodder. Leyton Orient spoke about Huddersfield on the edge, on the cusp of the playoffs. Probably could just about squeeze into the playoffs if they tried. But I think they need a proper manager to do that. Reading, same, but they don't have a manager, but they could sneak in there. Bolton in 6th, I think, will complete. I think the playoffs now will be how they finish. Charlton in 5th, Stockport in 4th. They are the two mid-table teams and look to be dueling it out in the playoffs. Wickham in 3rd, and yeah, Birmingham going to win the league next time out against Peterborough probably, and Wrexham will probably get 2nd in the end. So probably Birmingham and Wrexham that are going up. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this EFL review show. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to like, subscribe and share that video. Yeah, we'll be back for championship predictions either tomorrow or Tuesday depending on time. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you all on the next one.